Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and well, after the excitement of Halloween, I hope you all came through sort of pretty unscared. Is that a word, unscared? I've got no idea. Anyway, I hope you made it through Halloween okay. Me and Zob are in Rathe Mountains today, and I've decided to do the quests essentially based on how they're listed on the wiki, for whatever reason. Just seems a sensible way. Just go straight down. And the next one on the list is the cloak. I need powdered duffranite, so that's slightly different from the previous quest. I need just a standard banded cloak. I need a driftwood pipe from Ocean of Tears, an Isle Goblin Chief. That should be quite interesting. And I need basalt drake scales from a basalt drake in Rathe Mountains. So that's where we are. So this video is going to be a bit of an exploration of Rathe Mountains. I have to say, I have to confess, I don't know this area particularly well at all. So I'm essentially going to be kind of winging it a bit. I've got no idea where the drakes are, but well, I'm sure we'll find them. I think there are some other dangers in the zone. I'm level 35, but I think there are some dangers in the zone that I need to be careful of. Maybe some NPCs. The giant skeletons I'm not too bothered about now. Should be able to deal with those pretty easily. There are cyclops and hill giants. I'm not sure if my travels will take me into that area particularly. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So I mean, essentially what I'm going to have to do is run around Rathe Mountains a bit and just till I find the drakes. Apparently where the drakes are, there's you keeping up with me, Zobo? Yeah. Apparently, where the drakes are, there's a wandering drake you've got to be careful of. Apparently, he's pretty high level and will kick your butt big time. There's a ton of bears here, a ton of Kodiaks. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that there are some. I think there are some druids up here, unkept druids. Is that right? Folly of Fast Bond. She's indifferent to me. That's pretty awesome. Oh, hang on a sec. Unkept Preserver. Indifferent. Okay, so I haven't got to worry about those. So let's try and find these goddamn drakes. There's an orc camp over there, so they're not going to be there. This seems as... I mean, this particular one, apart from having to spend... Well, what I might try and do is get it from East Commons, but apart from having to spend a ton of bloody money on duffranite again, this seems pretty easy, this particular one. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is, well, it looks interesting. Look at that. I do like exploring MMOs. You can just come. That's one of the things I enjoy about them. I don't know if that's generally the way that the people do things when they record, sort of, you know, for YouTube. But what I've found, not everyone, obviously. I mean, you've got level 1 undercons videos are obviously always really interesting, and you always see something new. But what I think maybe on streaming more than YouTube, but I do find that you kind of, a lot of people who sort of play games and put it on YouTube are a bit sort of, I don't know if they're sort of uber, or they consider themselves pretty good, and it's all about sort of min-maxing. I've seen that, actually, now I think about it, I've seen, not so much on YouTube, I've seen that more on Twitch actually. But I kind of don't game that way. I never really have, to be honest with you. It's just not something that I used. When I say I never really have, that's rubbish, because my first job in the games industry was as a tester, kind of Q&A. And obviously you had to be pretty. I don't say you had to be good at games necessarily, but you certainly had to be pretty. You had to be prepared to sit there and repeat stuff over and over again. You know, could be anything really, anything in a level. Could be even as simple as something as pressing buttons on the pad in different orders. You know, just to see if it crashed the game. But yeah, you had to be fairly rigorous. You didn't necessarily need to be as I said, a good games player, but it did help. But we used to play at lunchtime. We used to play quite a lot of what were the games? I think it would have been Rainbow 6. Quake. I think Quake 3, Quake Arena. Was that the Quake at the time? I think that was the one where it's generally purely a PvP game with loads of maps, and I was kind of always pretty much around the top, you know, playing against people who were sort of, you know, really good gamers. So yeah, I can't say that I ever wasn't particularly competitive. I'm just going to cough. Hang on a sec there, guys. Yeah, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't ever competitive, and never tried to be as efficient as I could. But now I kind of got over that. Really, I'm just a bit more casual, I think. Yeah, and I don't go too crazy. What I need to do here is, do I need to go straight across there? What way is that? That's southeast. So that's probably going to take me. What I need to go is go. That's north. That's no good. And that's south. Okay. So I'm. I've lost my bearings. Oh God. Southeast. Where have I come from? I've come straight down there. So there should be a bit of a crossroads here somewhere where you can go four ways. This is north. I think that's just taking me back to where I've come from, isn't it? So let's not do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. Let's see what's up here. I think there might be a troll encampment around this way. Yeah, so just to get back to what I was saying on the gaming front, I kind of used to be competitive, but I'm not really anymore. But in MMOs, I've kind of never been, I can honestly say I've never been competitive. Apprehensive? What the hell? You troll, for God's sake. Yeah, I've never been particularly competitive. I did quite a lot of PvP in Ultima Online, because that was kind of... amiable, there you go. Hey, God, Shiznak. Look, he looks awesome, doesn't he? Shadow Knight there. There's a shaman. I'm assuming that she's amiable as well. Yeah, of course she is. Yeah, Ultima Online, I did quite a lot of PvP in that. I was kind of in a little kind of guildy, barony type thing that did a lot of PvP. But after that, it sort of became, particularly when I started playing Everquest, and then kind of moving on to Camelot. I mean, I know it might sound criminal, but I did hardly any PvP in Camelot. And just more about the exploration. That's what I like. I like the exploring, discovering new things. I have to say, I've probably never ever been down into this corner before of Everquest. And that's what I like kind of finding new things. And this certainly is a new thing. No drakes though, so we'll carry on. but that's kind of. I think it's. I think I'm not. I guess probably when you're recording, you need to be fairly confident in your abilities, and I am reasonably. But I guess what you'll often find is that the people kind of playing Twitch, I find particularly, as I said before, yeah, they're just kind of mostly about the performance, maybe less about sort of the exploration and social side. A lot of Twitch stuff I've seen generally seems to take place in dungeons, that kind of thing, where you're in a group and you're kind of just camping something. Is Zobba still with me? Oh yeah, there he is. I was quite surprised to find that I had to where do I want to go here? I was quite surprised that I had to. I want to go south, I think, probably, or southeast. I actually had to cast Spirit of Wolf on my pet. It seems a bit weird, considering it is a wolf, but there you go. I think I'm going to head this way. I've got no idea where I'm going. All I know is I'm looking for drakes. It's I think even I know that part of the J Boots quest takes place here, but I would imagine generally, unless you want to camp one of the tough NPCs, it's generally pretty quiet here. I mean, if you can get here at a fairly reasonable level, I imagine you could do some pretty good XPing here. There's loads of Kodiaks back there. There's quite a lot of lizard man camps. I don't quite know what level ranges they are, but I'd imagine it'd be pretty good. Certainly if you're a caster class and you get to level 12 or 14 when you get bind, that might be pretty good. Now I need to be careful here, because I do know that there are some. There's a basilisk. these guys are they're all green, they're all indifferent, so I haven't got too many problems there. I think it's mostly just the big NPCs that I've got to look out for. I wish I knew where these drakes were though. I definitely don't want to get pounced upon by the big one. Oh, there's a massive stone hand poking out of the ground there. I've seen that before, but I'm going to go and have a look and get that on video just for the purposes of having it on video. I think probably it's pretty awesome. I'm not sure. I probably should have read up on the history of the zone, really, shouldn't I? Beforehand, that'd have been pretty good. I'm not sure what the stone hand is, whether it's part of the statue that's been buried, sort of Planet of the Apes style, or whether it used to be, I don't know, some sort of rock giant or something that's been slain and his arms sticking out the ground. What we got here? Giant skelly. A lot of zombies. Icebone skeleton. Oh, look at that. Bindlegrob. There's a Bindlegrob in there. Look at that guy. He's indifferent to me. I guess that means he's a baddie in some form. Part of the quest, I guess. Again, I should have probably checked, but yeah. I'm quite happy just to be getting all this on footage, really, because that's kind of part of the idea of the videos as well. Is to I mean, obviously, oh, holy smoke! Come back a bit here, Zobba. We don't know this dude. We don't know if he's good or bad. He's kind of stopped. Let's go and have a look. Oh, he's indifferent. Okay, just as well because he's red. Now, I'm sure that some of you are probably shouting out, "The drakes are over there, you big Bilbo," but I don't know. I don't know where they are. Let's have a look up here. I think what I'll do is have a look up here, then I'll go back behind me. I think probably. Orc camp. Apparently the drakes are static spawn. And I was kind of thinking to myself that I could probably just find a location of it somewhere, probably on the wiki actually. Then I thought to myself, well, it actually might be quite interesting to explore the zone anyway. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, this kind of part of the reason for the videos is that what I do is all the raw videos that come from fraps, I get rid of those. But all the ones I render, I keep those on a hard drive, and yeah, it's just for future reference, really. You know, it's just nice to have footage of games, especially games like Everquest, where eventually, at some point we won't be able to do this anymore, which will be a massive shame. But I think the reality probably is that, yeah, that will be how it turns out. So yeah, I just thought it would be quite good to keep a record as well, and for all games really. I mean, I think that's partly why I started doing YouTube. People do it for all different reasons, and I started doing it for all different reasons. But one of those was the fact that it's a record of games that I like. So at some point in the future, in years and years ahead, maybe I can still kind of look back at the games and look back on YouTube and see a record of the game still there. So yeah, that's kind of that's part of it as well. It's interesting, sort of the whole YouTube thing. I occasionally I go through periods where I find YouTube on my mind quite a lot. Generally, I think it's to do with how can I say this without making it sound kind of quite bad? Normally, occasionally I get moments where I kind of watch people's channels, and I just kind of just beggars belief how many kind of views and subscriptions they get, and it's not. I mean, it's not a jealousy thing. I mean, if I wanted to, I'm not saying I could get more, but I could certainly make more effort into gaining more subscriptions, and more views. But that's kind of not what I'm looking for really. I'm quite happy what I'm doing. There's no real pressure. I just do it because I enjoy it, and hopefully people watch them because they kind of enjoy the stuff that's going on. But there we go. Let's just going to get this guy on video. There we go. So that would be Arnkefenmut. He's threatening, so we won't go too close. Come back here, Zobber. Don't get yourself in trouble there. We don't need to be dealing with that at the moment. But we'll get out of there. I know where I am. I still don't seem to be any closer to finding the drakes, but I'm sure we'll get there in the end. Yeah, it kind of beggars belief sometimes when I go to. I've kind of. I always feel that maybe I've got it wrong, you know, and quite often I find myself going back to the really, really kind of popular gaming channels. And I went to what is probably the most, you know, one of the most popular recently, if not the most popular gaming channel with regards to subscribers and views. And it's kind of like I don't think he's American, although you kind of occasionally get the feeling that he's trying to come off as American. I think he's a European guy. I'm sure people know him. He's got a quite a strange name. So I went along to his channel quite recently, and I thought to myself, well, I'll have a look and see what it's all about. Maybe I was wrong. And you kind of go to the channel, and immediately you're bombarded with like thumbnails on the videos of this guy kind of pulling stupid faces, and then you go into the video, and you kind of watch, in my case, 30 seconds, you know, and the guy's kind of, and I think a lot of people have copied this particular person, you know, kind of. It's not his real voice, you know. He's kind of sort of talking in a strange way, you know. He'll kind of talk normally in his normal accent, but then he'll kind of go into a bit of an act, almost like he's trying to sound younger, more kind of childish. And then he'll go back to talking kind of normally again, and then you'll get the odd phrase here and there where he seems a bit more childish. Yeah, and then you got the silly faces, and then apparently this guy is quite well known for kind of screaming. Sort of, you know, supposedly scary games and whatnot, and I just like honestly 30 seconds of that, and I realised that, yeah, for me personally, I kind of I hadn't made a mistake, and I came away, and but it does. I mean, I do look around some of the big channels sometimes, and with great respect to them, it's I kind of do wonder where it all comes from, you know, what the attraction is. I mean, even I think, taking into account if I was younger, you know, if I took myself back sort of 25 years to when I was, you know, 16, 17 or whatever, or even back to 14, 15, I still don't think that really I would have had any interest in these videos in the way that they're kind of put across. Strange, but the strangest thing also, and I think that's kind of why I personally shy away from trying to, you know, kind of force things and become too kind of, well, I don't think I've ever got the thing to become too popular, but to get to a point where you've maybe got too many subscriptions, is I'm really not keen on. What's that there? Oh, it's a skeleton. I'm not keen also on the whole comments thing, the stuff that goes on after the video's gone up. You know, I think people kind of get a bit too carried away, and it's weird, you know. I mean, some of these people, you know, and for me, even the best ones, you know, are generally just people like you or me. I don't think they've got any particular talent. Maybe they've done a bit of broadcasting or journalism before, but, you know, nothing really outstanding. I don't think, you know, there's nothing on their CV where you'd go, oh well, I can understand why they're very good. I think they're just normal guys like us, and guys and gals, who have kind of got used to, over a period of time, have got used to talking into the mic and doing it confidently. And I think that's the only talent that they've got, you know. But so it's not like they're a fantastic footballer or a songwriter or a poet or whatever, you know. They're just pretty normal. Yeah, but they have these kind of rabid followings, you know, where people just go crazy about it. You know, it's really, really weird. I'm not quite sure how it works. I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted in a way. Let me go back this way. I think I've missed somewhere. That people will go on there and you know, and if someone puts up a negative comment, they go crazy, you know, defending this person, and just kind of, and there's a whole sort of fanboyism thing sort of surrounding these channels and some of these guys, and I think it's weird, you know. I mean, I struggle with the concept of kind of idolising even people with massive talents, you know, to a point where it's almost like a religion. I kind of find that a bit concerning. But for for some kind of pretty geeky looking guy on YouTube, who's kind of one claim to fame is the fact that they kind of talk confidently into a microphone. It's a it's a weird thing. Yeah, but I hope it didn't come across as a bit of a douchebag there. I'm just kind of trying to put into words my my feelings towards the whole YouTube thing and the hysteria thing behind certain channels. Yeah, it's interesting. It's but I quite like sort of where my stuff is. I quite like the fact that people will comment and say, great vid, or that kind of thing. Or I kind of, I had a sort of a telling game the other day. Someone said I kind of got into I got back into Everquest on Project 1999 because I watch videos, that kind of thing. People kind of give you ideas and stuff, and discuss the video and maybe the games. I kind of like all that sort of stuff. That's I think we're kind of in a good place with regards to that. But where the hell am I going? But the whole hysteria thing with regards to kind of getting too into someone, I think is it's a bit scary. I don't know where I'm going here, guys. Honestly, don't. in fact, I think I've basically come back to where I was. There's some camps up here, aren't there? Who's the little? Looks like a little dwarf up there. There's an inn there. There was a guard wandering around here. Oh, there he is. Wood elf. I mean, he's green, and I'm a troll. But I'd kind of try to avoid attacking him if I can. I'm assuming he doesn't come up this far. Loads of orcs up here. And what the hell's going on here? Some sort of encampment here. It's just weird. It kind of ranges from indifferent to ready to attack. There's a couple of blues there. I think we'll probably give those a miss, and we'll go on looking for our drakes, which I'm kind of doing a pretty bad job of at the moment. What I think I'll do, guys, I think I'll end the video here, and I'll go and find the drakes, and then when I've done that, I'll come back. Yeah, but I hope this video hasn't been too boring. But I kind of wanted to waffle and get some footage of just Rathe Mountains and the various things in it. So yeah, I'll go and find these goddamn drakes, and I'll be back soon. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to this. This is kind of going to be the same video. I'll add this in with the first video. I think I found the drakes. Well, I found something quite interesting actually. It's kind of like an altar of some kind. There appears to be a couple of hands sticking out the ground again there, and there's some I think it's like necromantic or dark elf symbols on the ground, imagery. Some skeletons with some blue fire coming out. So yeah, that's another. I remember seeing this ages ago, but it's the first time I've been back here. So this is kind of like let's just go up here. Yeah, it's kind of like just something else caught on camera. Cool. Okay, so let's get this quest done. Now there are some drakes around here. There's an onyx one there. I'm looking for there is another sphinx up there. This one's indifferent actually. I think the other one was threatening. So let's go up and have a look. But there are some drakes here, so I'm assuming this is where the drakes are. On the there we go. Zazamuk. Is that how it's pronounced? I'm not sure. Oh, it's casting. Oh, he's not casting at me. No, he's not. Cool. It's pretty cool though. Right, let's go and find these drakes. There's loads of drakes about. This is on the Rathe Mountains map on the wiki. This is you'll see Zazamuk there. He's kind of in a very southern section of the map, number 20, and the drakes are sort of around the mountain top that he's on. So let's see if we can find the drake. I'm looking for a basalt drake. Apparently, it's not the drake scale drop is not 100%. It's not guaranteed, and I'm still a bit wary of. I'm still a bit wary of this named drake that apparently paths around. Got to be careful of him. But I think, I mean, I've sort of, I'm kind of, you know, I'm assuming I'm in the right place, but I haven't actually seen a basalt. I've seen some drakes. I haven't seen a basalt drake yet. Oh, there we go. Basalt drake. Awesome. He's light blue actually, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure. There's talk of this super drake. I'm not sure where if he's around or where he paths. There's a drake over there. It doesn't seem to be up at the moment, I don't think. So I think what we'll do is just get right onto it, really. Oops, light blue, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Come back here, Zobber. Typically, I haven't got my Scourge memorized, because that's how it goes, isn't it? Essentially, didn't take any notice. So to kind of fall in with the luck we've kind of had so far on the Totemic Armour quests, I guess we're kind of looking at a first time drop here, really. I've been very lucky on the Totemic quest so far, getting the different items and stuff, and even getting the Pegasus cloak as well. So yeah, let's see if we can keep up the good record here with a first time. He did seem to be static there, from what I can tell. So maybe he's sort of a just kind of spawns in the same place, pretty much. He's nearly dead, and we're looking for Basalt Drake scales. I'm assuming you only need the one. Got some experience for it as well. Okay, let's go have a look. No, nothing. Okay, so let's wait for him to respawn. I've gone around the outside now of the area almost. I'm almost back to the ruin there, the necromantic sort of ruin. It's just over there, I think, probably. And I can't see any other Basalt Drake. So maybe he just spawns there. Maybe that's the only place for it. It's an Onyx Drake. Yeah, back to the ruin. Okay, so I've pretty much covered the whole. I don't think I actually went around here. Let's have a quick look around here. I think I've covered the whole area essentially. From what I can tell on a wiki, the Basalt Drake is only in one spot, and it does appear as though there is only the one of them. Oh, what we got here? A Drake. He's light blue again. We might as well have a fight, I guess. I don't think you lose any. Any faction drops for killing drakes? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'll have to see. Him and Zobber have a fight there. I haven't seen the Wandering Drake. Let's be careful, because I guess these guys could be placeholders for him. Oops, root's gone. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Drake. Let's go up here. Okay, guys. So I think what I'll probably do is end this bit here. I'll go. I mean, essentially, I'll go and camp the Basalt Drake now, I guess, until I get the scale. But what I'll do is every time he pops up, I'll record. And probably, I mean, I'll probably just make this one video, so I'll just tag it onto the end of the video, I think, probably. So yeah, hopefully in this video we will get the scale, barring any disasters. Yeah, but I'll be back soon. Hello guys, welcome back. Well, weirdly, I've literally just come straight back from. I should really be able to put this up on the wiki, but essentially, I've just killed. That Drake I was just fighting. I literally just stopped recording, and I've done it again. Is that he's dropped a Basalt Drake scale, which is weird. I'm assuming it's what we're looking for. Basalt Drake scales, magic item, all right, of no trade. I think that's it. That's really weird. Okay, so for the record, it is possible for the normal drakes, that one I was just fighting there, to drop the scale as well. So that's lucky was that. I actually wasn't going to fight that drake. I thought, well, that's, the experience is going to get is negligible, and I'll just leave it really, particularly in case it was a placeholder for the named one. But I killed it and I got it. It's kind of luck continues on the Drake side of things. Yeah, sorry, on the Totemic Armour side of things. So we've got the Basalt Drake scale. I need a driftwood pipe. Hopefully he's got some tobacco with him as well, because I just see a troll sitting back there smoking a pipe, taking it easy. Anyway guys, yeah, thanks for watching. We've got the scale, so we're off and running again.